10 players was asked to give our post-fight views on the Triple G Rubio fight. Yeah. If you wanna call it that. And we've gotta throw a 10 players holler out to DGD1 Ego on this. We've also gotta throw a holler out to Boxing Wave, who just dropped a video on the whole Triple G and his extreme fans issue. And note. We said extreme fans. Not normal sane motherfuckers. That was a popcorn video. We enjoyed that shit. So props to Wave, because very few even dare touch on this subject, and there's nothing bias in it, so that's one of the videos we're leaving a link to in our description if you wanna check it out. Yeah. And now we're gonna get this party rolling with this Triple G Rubio fight. But first let's start with the real main event. Which wasn't the actual main event, but should have been the main event even though it wasn't the main event. Put it like this. The real fight of the evening. Which sure the fuck wasn't Triple G and Rubio. But Donaire and Walters. That's the damn fight 10 players wanted to clock. Not that Triple G bloating record padding Rubio bullshit. Now there's not much to say on the fight itself. Walters was just too much for Donaire. He dominated, beat up, and simply took Donaire's soul. Meanwhile Donaire's wife was devastated. Well. In a mildly passive devastated kinda way. Though nowhere near as dramatic as Jinky. Yeah. She should call Jinky up for some "hey look at me I'm devastated" drama lessons. But the Axeman stalked Donaire, stuck the jab in his face, let off lefts, rights and power punches, and could be called the Spearman too. It was a 6-round beatdown. You hear about guys leaving it all in the ring. Well, no, Nito probably just left the rest of his career in there. If he fights again, we think Rigo and the Axeman will be permanently in the back of his head. But Rigo gave a boxing lesson. The Axe simply took Donaire out of the game altogether. And brutally. So where's Donaire go now? We have no fucking idea. Max asked. He even asked Triple who he wanted next after that so-called fight with Rubio. For some strange reason though. We don't recall him asking Walters, the guy who actually fucking won, what he wants to do next. Maybe that's because HBO doesn't give a fuck. So don't be shocked if Walters ends up getting the Rigo treatment. So would he like to face Lomachenko, or thinks of the fact that Rigo's a class away? We have no fucking idea. Because Max didn't ask. For some strange fucking reason. But it was a good fight that ended with a lot of sportsmanship and respect. Maybe too much. At one point I said, yeah, we get it, no Nito. Walters is amazing.
First of all, I want to thank Nicholas for just an amazing fighter, amazing person. You know, he's an amazing fighter, amazing champion, man. You know, he's an amazing guy. But, I mean, he's just amazing, overwhelming, powerful. Walter is an amazing fighter.
Donaire continued with it. We was cool with that. Until he started talking about how Walters was an amazing person. We have no idea how the fuck he'd know that. We started wondering if these guys went fishing together and Walters walked on water in front of Donaire at some point. Then Walters displayed the same respect. Before that, Donaire patted Walters' face and called him amazing some more. We're just glad they didn't start kissing. We understand saying it like 5 times. Then it's enough. Ultimately it was good to see the sportsmanship. Just keep it boxing. That kinda shit gets freaky after a while. I mean, he started talking about Walter's overwhelming aura. That's the type of shit my ladies say to me. And even they only say it when they're horny. Nevertheless. Props to the Axeman. Damn good fight. And we're hoping HBO doesn't try and sweep the guy under the rug. But after watching the real fight, we then watched the Triple vs Rubio performance. Which was a lot like watching a low-budget B-movie. The type with a nice trailer and poster. Then you watch it and you're like, what the fuck was that crap? No wonder that sucky shit didn't make it to the theaters. What type of fucking acting was that? We thought Rubio would try a little harder to convince the crowd he was actually trying to fight. Now look. We're not saying Rubio was paid off to lose this fight. We're sure Triple would have stopped him even if he was serious. But it's obvious Mr. Smiley Face here wasn't there to actually throw down. But rather to lay on the ground real quick and go home. And what about the fucking ref? He got to 9 then speeded up his count to 10 when he saw Rubio almost on his feet. If only the ref would have done that to Buster Douglas. It would have changed boxing history. Personally, we think these motherfuckers need a stopwatch. Because we checked it on one. And he beat the count. I guess we're the only motherfuckers who think this fight seemed fishy. Even HBO knows that shit's fishy.
Looked to me, Roy, like he'd had enough. He didn't want to get up.
It had the feel of a short count. But it didn't look as though he was alert enough to get up. What did you say, Roy?
Well, I thought he was alert enough. I just think he laid there thinking he had more time.
That's HBO trying to figure out the bullshit they just saw.
It didn't look as though he was alert enough to get up.
No. He was fucking alert. Watching HBO try and rationalize is funny. Wanna see Rubio actually get knocked the fuck out? Watch.
A junior middleweight too is 6'1" and 5'11", and they.
The first big left hand is from Jantua on the chin of Rubio, and Rubio's got a huge.
Now that's Rubio mentally in La La Land. Not this motherfucker here that looks like he's smiling. So you can go with this, or you can go with that.
Where is that?
Now we're not saying Rubio was paid off. Or that he coulda beat Triple. Triple had something on his punches, so it was a matter of time. But we do know he coulda done better than he did. The man was there to collect a paycheck and nothing more. Probably figured why take abuse. I'm getting paid the same no matter what. We can't blame the guy. But we're making it clear that that was no fight to praise Triple G on. When should we praise Triple G? Well, Triple says.
I don't like dancing, I like fight. This is true fight.
Fuck's that mean? What a fucking joke. For those who don't get it, Triple just said he doesn't like guys like this. He only likes fighters who'll stand there and let him punch them in the face. Look. Facing guys with various characteristics in the ring's what makes the fight game interesting. And that fight was crap. If Triple thinks he's gonna be a pay-per-view star delivering shit like that, he can hang it up. And what's Max gotta say?
And by the way, has a size advantage against Golovkin. Andre Ward is the only guy who seems to want him.
There goes HBO talking Ward again. We hope Golovkin addicts get it. His own damn network brings it up. But the fight Triple seems to be looking for Cotto. We don't see Triple getting Cotto next. Perhaps Cotto and Canelo fight, and he can get the winner. But most likely his next fight will be another stay busy fight against a no-name fighter. Or maybe Jermaine Taylor. Thing is, Triple's a nice guy. He could always become a bad boy. Start calling guys like Quillen out. Call him names. Get the fight world claiming he's scared. Sometimes you've gotta target one guy, then move to the next once you get him. But that's not Triple's nature. And as for what we thought of this fight, well, that was the worst Triple G fight we've ever seen. Go ahead and click dislike Triple fans, because that was crap. Even Triple knew it was crap. After that bullshit ass kicking, we could see Triple wanted to kick Rubio's ass for real for not actually letting him kick his ass. Triple was disappointed. We saw the shit in his face even though he tried to make believe. Don't worry though, Triple. Golo fanatics swore it was the greatest fight ever, and that you slayed the big bad dragon. Now we're not putting all the blame on Triple, because we really believe he wanted to fight. But Rubio clearly didn't. All we're saying to fans who swear he beat a warring Rubio, is that he didn't. That wasn't Rubio's best effort. That's a fact. I bet if you told Rubio he had to fight to win, or get his dick chopped off, you woulda seen a whole different Rubio. He probably still woulda ended up getting his dick chopped off, but we assure you Rubio woulda got his completely conscious smiley face ass the fuck up off the canvas a lot quicker. Now there's an old saying guys used to use when they really wanted to throw down. Whether it was taking it out back, in the alley, or the fucking desert. Do you know what that saying is? We'll tell you. Let's dance is the saying. Which is ironic. Since it's the very thing Triple says he doesn't like. And we can assure you. Rubio didn't come into that fight dreaming of what it would do for him if he won. He didn't come into that fight dreaming of becoming the undisputed champion. He didn't come into that fight trying to prove he's the best. Or thinking of how hard he worked to get there and how he wants to provide for his family and leave the ultimate legacy. Or of becoming a pay-per-view star himself. Basically, he didn't come into that fight thinking like these guys. And that's why that fight was crap.